Gento is a wordplay of Ginto, the Filipino word for gold. I'm not sure if this was intentional, but it was no less fitting for SB19 to use Ginto. Gold, many don't know, is actually rarer than diamond and also more useful. While technology now allows for a diamond to be created in a lab, it takes a literal astronomical event for gold to form. It's more finite than diamond and other precious metals. It's what SB19 is to the Philippines. They're gold. We can dig the deepest of the earth or the deepest of the lands in the Philippines, and we will not find anybody like them. They're rare, not just in the Philippines, but in the world. Hi! Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification button. I would really appreciate it. And of course, share the video if you can. Okay, back to the video. Superior poetry in form and substance. There are songs that use words like a toy. They create fun lyrics, but not a lot of depth. I Am the Walrus of the Beatles is actually one of them. Total classic, but doesn't mean shit. This song is different. Almost every line is poetry, but there are two lines that stand out for me. While many are ashamed of their pain, SB19 cherishes theirs. It's a healthy way of coping, practical and quite honestly, realistically empowering. It doesn't talk of dominating or winning, just a healthy mindset that could help anyone get through all the shit that life throws their way. Instead of forgetting it, ignoring it, or maybe even beating it, own it. Make it a part of you. Then it can never be used against you. We often associate the ground to the lowest of the low. From farmers to gardeners, many regard them to be less important than doctors and engineers. But SB19 embraces it. They don't just work on the ground, they actually belong to the earth and swipes it up to make us realize that you cannot own anything that belongs to our earth. Gold is rarer than diamond. Gento is a wordplay of Ginto, the Filipino word for gold. I'm not sure if this was intentional, but it was no less fitting for SB19 to use Ginto. Gold, many don't know, is actually rarer than diamond and also more useful. While technology now allows for a diamond to be created in a lab, it takes a literal astronomical event for gold to form. It's more finite than diamond and other precious metals. It's what SB19 is to the Philippines. They're gold. We can dig the deepest of the earth or the deepest of the lands in the Philippines, and we will not find anybody like them. They're rare, not just in the Philippines, but in the world. It is not overproduced. One of the ways I know a song is actually good is if I strip it down to its basic beat, melody, and lyrics, and if it still sounds good, then I know it is actually good. With Gento, I did not have to do that because they did it for me. They did not overproduce the song by layering it with so many instruments, different beats, or electronic sound. In fact, they maintained a consistent bass throughout the song. And they would just add a couple of instruments for different sections of the song. This allows the melody, the beauty of their flow, their voices and delivery, and the depth of the lyrics to actually surface. It lets me hear them, actually hear them, not the 1,000 layers of electronic sound meshed with heavily auto-tuned voices. The constant change in melody. Despite the simplicity of the beat, they change their melody in almost every section of the song. That makes the song sound more dynamic. It also guides the shift in the emotion of the listeners. We have a slower but strong delivery in the opening. And immediately changes to a high-pitched but faster flow when Josh takes over. Stel enters for a melodic, not to mention sultry part. Then we go into a pensive but easy vibe with Justin, before going into the bass-heavy chorus, which if you listen closely is closer to the opening beat and melody of the song. splitting the rhymes. Yet again, Pablo proves just how he can command words. He's like the Zeus of words. He can bend and will words to follow his emotions rather than be trapped to the reach of what the words can express. He shows it with his wordplay. The word Gento itself, it actually means like this in Filipino, but it could also mean gold. He shows it with how he splits his rhyme, carrying the last word of a line onto the next, creating a better connection between thoughts and a better melody. Nod to everyday Filipino life. From the opening scene of Pablo, cooking using clay pots, to the capiz shell windows, to the instruments they use that sound very much like our traditional instruments. The way they incorporated Filipino aesthetics is beyond pleasing and fitting. For all the comparisons and snides about P-pop being a copy of Western pop or K-pop, the integration of our culture in every aspect possible without messing up the flow of the song makes it truly Filipino. The highlights are silent and relaxed. Real power is humble, silent, and understated. That's exactly what made the song more powerful. Almost all the highlights are slow, relaxed, never imposing. From the chorus, where Ken powers it up with his voice that sounds like it's coming from the deepest of the earth, to the bridge that has barely any lyrics. There were no acrobatics or big movements or double-timed moves because they didn't need it. Real power is quiet, humble, and secure. 3 flows in one section. When Pablo changed his flow 3 times in one verse, that's it. That's the tweet. It's hard enough for some supposed rappers to come up with one decent flow. He threw in 3, and each one was on point. He murdered that verse, and we were all witnesses. I love how they actually sprinkled the entire thing with humor. There's a lot of things I love about the music video, but I specifically love how they would actually shift from humor to swagger to artistry. These are all intrinsic parts of Philippine culture. We're always known to be happy people. Even here, like a lot of people would say that Filipinos are so happy. We're always laughing, we're always together, just having fun. I guess that's how we deal with hardships, with humor. Some find it weird, some find it unbelievable. And I don't know if you would believe this, but some people actually find it disrespectful that we're laughing out our problems or our sadness. But I personally don't want to change. I don't want that change. I don't see why we should act or look miserable when we're already trapped in a miserable situation. I think it's better to just act out the other side so we can attract it. I don't see why we need to project misery when we are already in a miserable situation. Humor is not just a way of coping for us, but it's actually a way of life. And yeah, I hope that never ever changes. And this music video, Gento, actually perfectly captured that. I love the ending. I think it is nothing short of a genius for them to be able to inject several seconds at the end and change the entire thesis of the entire music video. It's a little depressing actually if you think about it, because if you just pull back and just look at your life and think about the struggles that you had to go through, the pain that you had to endure, sacrifices you had to make, just so you can have some semblance of life and hopefully every now and then feel happy, and then just discover that, oh, maybe you're just a show that aliens are watching for their entertainment. Isn't that depressing? But yeah, for them to be able to do it in several seconds, they changed the entire music video's narrative. Just brilliant. I am so proud of SB19. This is their best yet, but I'm pretty sure that the best, they still have a lot in their arsenal. And I feel very, very privileged to actually be witnessing their greatness unfold. And I hope to be here for a long time because I'm pretty sure that they're going to do more. All right, if you have your own thoughts, please leave them in the comment section below. Again, please be respectful, even if you want to disagree with me, or if you want to say that you don't like SB19 or this music video, you're welcome to do so, but please be respectful. You can also get in touch with me in any of the social media links that you see on your screen right now. And of course, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification button. And of course, share the video if you can. Thank you.